evening to one and all, guys. This evening, I'm here by St. George Parish Church, which is situated at, I believe, St. George. Starting my video, looking towards church bottom. You can see the valley. You can see the valley branch library from here. So this one here down below will lead you back to Charles Road Bridge via Salters and back to Bridgetown. Charles Road Bridge is just below here, referred to as the capital of St. George because it is where most of the amenities in the parish are located. They have the gas station, the Chopet restaurant, the Bridge supermarket. They have the post office coming up just below St. George Church, and then they have the library. All here is a part of the Charles Road Bridge area as well. So that is the way it is referred to as the capital of St. George. So this road here will be back to St. George Church and back to the land at Gun Hill. And this signal station, Newberry, and so on. St. George. Here at St. George. As I would have said before, St. George is referred to as the heart of Barbados, or the central uplift of Barbados. Referred to as such because there is no sea nor coastal in these parishes. A list of community heroes that contributed to the parish of St. George Parish community heroes. James Cisnet, who was a super centenarian, who lived to 113. He was in the agricultural belt. Winston Crawford, also in the agricultural belt. Charles Miller, an artisan. Winston Thorne, an artisan. Ronald Super King in sports, and Floyd Reefer in sports. Then back down to leave. So heading now to St. George Church. So up the hill now, we'll be leading you back to the land at Gun Hill and back to the St. George Rectory, and so headed to St. George Parish Church, the second oldest church in Barbados. Looking up the hill, we will be back to St. George Rectory, the Glebe Polyclinic, the land at Gun Hill signal station, back to Workman, and back to Newberry, all in St. George. You see the Glebe Public Market over here. They seem to be having something going on at the church. I don't know if it's a meeting or what. So this is the St. George, the former St. George Girls' School, which is now the church hall. So this is the second oldest church in Barbados, St. George, which was built in 1641, destroyed by the hurricane of 1780, and rebuilt in 1784. I may not be able to go inside the church to disturb them. So from here you can see up the hill. I will lead you back to the Glebe Polyclinic. You can see the St. George Rectory from here, where the priest lives. You can see up the hill. I will lead you back to the Glebe Polyclinic, back to Gun Hill with the Lion and Gun Hill signal station. So St. George is my father's birth parish, as I said before. The parish in which my father was born and raised. And for those of you who don't know who my father is, Satchmore that sings, and that used to sing in the Sound Pebbles group years ago. He is my father. So this is St. George Parish Church. It's an Anglican Episcopal church. I will not be able to go in the church this evening. This is the grave of Norma Holder, the former organist of St. George Parish Church, and she was the former principal of the Barbados Community College. Norma Joy Holder, organist of St. George Parish Church, and her husband, Dr. Jean Stewart Holder, who was the chairman of LIAC. They are also laid to rest here. Norma Holder was originally a Jamaican, but she lived in Barbados for a very long time. As I said before, she was the principal of the Barbados Community College back in the 70s and 80s. I better not go inside for the simple reason that they are doing something and I don't want to disturb them. I'll go inside another time. So, as I said before, my grandmother, my paternal grandmother and uncle is laid to rest here at St. George Church. So St. George Parish Church is more Gothic, more Georgian and less Gothic. So back in this churchyard, as I said before, my paternal ancestors, family, whatever you want to call it, are laid to rest in this churchyard. St. George is the third largest parish in Barbados. It is a parish known for fertile soil. It is also a rural parish. It is a parish known for fertile soil, known for land, and it is also an agricultural parish. It is the breadbasket parish of Barbados. This tower here was added in 1958. So originally this church did not have a tower. The tower was placed here in 1958 by Reverend Careless because the parishioners cleared the tower. So this is the second oldest church in Barbados after St. James. So I forgot to tell you the history of the bells. The bells in this tower were given in memory of Evelyn May Mackenzie by her loving husband and children. The bells were installed in 1958 and they became obsolete in 2003. These bells were donated by George Revere and Barbara Davis to the glory of God and in loving memory of Cameron Lyle and Mabel Louise Curtis Davis of Walhurst Plantation, St. George in October 2003. So this is another beautiful country church. Another beautiful church in the countryside in rural Barbados. I believe when my father dies, he will be interred here as well. All behind here is Walker, St. George. taking my time because a lot of crazy people, as I should put it, frequent this churchyard. So I don't want to run into any difficulties with anybody. So I'm taking my time so that if anything should happen, I will be able to turn back. So this is all the grave site, the cemetery. This is the Grimes tomb here. This person lived long. Mahala Augusta Rose, 1902 to 2006. That means she lived to 104. Oh, people do live long in these days, in these times. Oh, the church cemetery. As I said before, my paternal family are laid to rest in this cemetery. Because as I said before, my father's is from St. George. So his family will be laid to rest here in this churchyard, here at St. George Parish Church. The bell should soon alarm to the tune the dead or give it now has ended. About 6:15, so about another 3 minutes. As I said before, I can't go in the church now because they are busy inside. I don't want to disturb them. I will have to ask them permission to go inside to film. The Goring and Hands tune here. Behind here is Walker's, St. George, and the Glebe. So this is the beautiful, magnificent St. George's Anglican Church here in Barbados. Less Gothic and more Georgian. Thank you guys for watching now. Have a blessed evening. The bell should soon alarm. It is 6:15 now. After the bell alarm, I will close off this video and start the other one. These bells go off every 15 minutes. And I forgot to mention that this is the busiest part of St. George, here by St. George Church. It's the busiest part of St. George. Rogers, way up here. So this is another historic church here in beautiful Barbados.